I do think it is sinful. But like I was saying, it's a quest for his love in your heart and to know him and to be loved by him. And you have until your dying breath to convert and give your life to him. And that is also faith. So that was a really good question. Sorry, it like stumped me a little bit. But that's where the Israelites went wrong. They had no faith. And then Job's friends also were like thinking that he like sinned against faith and he didn't. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to change my answer.
I like that, but that's my question to you guys. Like I said, it's different than to call the devil to see him come. In the scenario where the apostles are, it's kind of like a hellish situation, and you have your savior that says, "I am the way." Don't worry about remember it. The devil to touch Job had to ask permission. He couldn't touch Job without having permission. So is that what Jesus is teaching us as well?
That's actually a great question, because I'm just going to share a little story really fast. But in France, during the French Revolution, there were these French nuns who, like when the French Revolution went off, they targeted their convent, and they burst in and they had them like march out into the streets, and everybody was like, booing them, just like the crowd was going crazy. And all of the sisters, they walked up, they were basically going to get martyred, so they were going to get beheaded. And all of the sisters, they come out and they were singing such a beautiful hymn to God. And then you have the contrast of the crowd going wild and going crazy, and then you have these nuns, and they're on their way to be killed, and they're singing glorious hymns, and the crowd just kind of like calms down, and one by one each sister was beheaded until there was only one sister left singing, where there was like 20 of them. Then there was just one singing, and then until she was no more either. And the crowd was just like stunned after that, and they all kind of like walk away like they didn't know what to do, because they knew that they did something wrong. And the nuns, they actually offered up their martyrdom for the French Revolution to come to an end. And shortly after their death, the revolution ended. But I think about what you're saying, Wendell, like when you see the devil, right? They knew that that was evil, what was happening. And yet they knew God's love so intimately, and he filled them with love where they can literally march to their death and sing glorious hymns to God of thanksgiving. And you have the crowd like the devil inciting chaos in the crowd, where they're like bloodthirsty until they hear their songs, and then they realize, oh, we just killed women of God, So I think about that. You need faith.